Hi, this is Tattoo Tony playing my theme song. Enjoy.
Hi, here we are south of Lakeside, Minnesota at Hot Sam's Antiques. It looks like a big park with a bunch of junk arranged. Sorry about the highway noise and the statues. And there's a pretty interesting backstory to the place too. We'll go ahead and take a walk through and let you see what there is. Shut it. Okay, apparently this place was started or owned by a lady who used to race cars in the 1950s. I can't remember her name right now, but in any case she set a land speed record at the Salt Flats, I believe, in around 1956, and her father was an Armenian immigrant. She started collecting junk and scrap. She was kind of inspired by her father, who was an immigrant. He used to collect scrap and saved up his scrap and bought a big American flag pole that he flew his American flag from. He was proud to be a new American citizen. And there's some other backstory I'll share with you too. There's a giant sunflower. This is the entryway to the park. When you come here, you actually have to drive in quite a ways and check in, and they charge, I think the website Roadside America said $10 to take pictures, but the lady asked if I was using a digital camera and they charged me $25. Otherwise it's free to view if you don't take photographs. Looks like there's a giant ladybug who is taking a picture of me with a Kodak camera. There's a sign that says Antiques, and here is an old car. It says Olds Hydromatic. Must have an automatic transmission. And there is some sort of crane there. It looks like it's on a little trailer. I'm not sure what that's for. In a Minnesota Masonic home truck. Looks like a Chevrolet 4100. And a giant cement mixer. I think some of that stuff back there they must use to put the park together. There's some things you can see from the interstate. What interstate was that?
35.
35, that show you where it is. But if you go to Roadside America, you can get the address and find the directions. This is an old piece of farm equipment. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe somebody can leave in the comments and tell me what it is. What does that look like? Something for harvesting seed? I'm not sure. And there's a little stone windmill on a barrel. And that is a harrow. It looks like an antique harrow. Here's another piece of farm equipment. And another car. And here's an old car. Yep, looks like it's pretty much still original, huh? Not much done to this. This would make a cool rat rod if somebody got a hold of some of the fenders and repaired them. It's a deluxe. I'm not sure what kind of car model this is. I guess it would be a Chevrolet from the shape of the name. Okay, here we have a bunch of Avon bottles lined up on a what looks like an old telephone or electrical pole. I don't know if you can see them all here, but these are old collectible cologne bottles, men's cologne bottles that are shaped like cars. Looks like there's a little bridge there in between the logs. You can see the sign that says Avon Freeway. There's a guitar, VW hubcap, Santa Claus, all kinds of stuff hanging on this fence. Old frames. And here is a fire department, a Chevrolet truck. Photo park, please check in. It's had a little golfer. Wooden spoon. This is a General Motors truck. It looks like a tow truck, I assume. And there's a little guy peeking out of the back. Has a Minnesota collector license plate. I'm not sure if this runs. And another truck, a flatbed. Looks like a flatbed hauler. Over here we come along and there's more stuff on the fence hanging. The lady that started this, I believe, passed away in the early 2000s. And there's another lady who has taken it over. They said they have a caboose that's over 100 years old in the back. I'll be going inside that later so you can check that out. This looks like an old light pole. And maybe pieces of old fire hydrants, I'm not sure. There's the front of an old Chevy. At least that's what I think it is. Nope, it's an old Oldsmobile. Look, there's some chickens. Looks like they're selling some little chickens made out of scrap metal for $18. Souvenirs. There's an old tractor. Looks like Noah's Ark. That looks like it used to be a kid's ride. Some sort, maybe something you put quarters in and a kid rode in. Okay, and also, just for a better distance reference, we're about 35 miles south of St. Paul, Minnesota. There's another old car with a Statue of Liberty holding a lamp where a torch would be. A little snowman with balloons. We'll look down that way in a second. We've got to go over to the side and take a look. Let's see, do not go past this point, ring bell. Okay, well, I'm just going to point in here. This looks like maybe junk they plan on using in the future, like a little scrap yard, stuff that's not in use. I'm going to look over there. I don't know if you can see the red shape. It looks like a rocket, and I thought it said Acme. It's supposed to look like a rocket or a bomb. Looks like they're going to have some more interesting stuff that they're going to bring out at some point. Here's the SS Olive, Hague, Illinois. It says, let's see, the minnow would be lost. The minnow would be lost. Oh, Gilligan's Island. My fault. It's Popeye. Popeye the Sailor Man. St. Paul Police Paddy Wagon. Never been picked up in one of these. Guess this is what you use if you have a riot or something and you need to arrest a lot of people, or drunks at a party or who knows what. The skipper was a mighty sailor man, something strong and brave. Blah 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 blah. Emerson. Here's a tractor. Old tractor. Snow blade. Looks like they've got some little boats. I'm not sure if they use them, but there's some little boats in there. I don't know, swamp, slough, slurry, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. That's kind of a cool little boat. Looks like an old one. This looks like an alien with alien spaceship with a couple aliens up here. I think that's what we've got here. The minnow would be lost. The minnow would be lost. Sorry. Can't get it out of my head. Okay. I'm walking up here. Looks like some kind of old tanker truck, I guess. Is it a Ford or is it a Chevy? I don't know. It's a Dodge, holy cow. Neither one. Look, there's a big shark. Oh, I'm glad I didn't miss these. If I start moving kind of fast, it's because, again, we're getting kind of short on time, and I don't want to get dragged away from here without seeing everything. There's a Ford. There's an emo made out of a car. Looks like the doors are his fins. The doors are his fins. This car apparently was owned by pirates, I guess. I guess when they docked their pirate ship and they wanted to go out on the town and party, they probably took this old hot rod. So that's a really cool car. Like I said, there's a lot of cars here that would be really cool to redo. There is Nemo, the other side of Nemo. There's a submarine up here. Submarine. The ship's going down, Captain. The ship's going down. Okay. Big giant guitar. I know how to play the guitar. Not sure if I know how to play that one. Let's pluck the strings real quick and see what happens. See if it makes any noise. Or are they just ropes? Let's see. Not really. Not really making any good, beautiful sounds. There is another old fire truck. Not quite as old as others. I've got to say though, this place is really pretty cool. If you ever get a chance and you're like me and you don't mind wasting time and you don't care about other people's deadlines and when they want you to be there and so on and so forth, I recommend coming by and checking this place out. One of the things I kind of want to start doing is taking more trips where I just stop, you know, where I have no destination and I just go and have a list of places to stop and visit weird museums and roadside attractions. I used to be a little bit more interested in abandoned stuff, I guess, urban exploring, which is kind of weird when it's out in the country. Then maybe what? It's rural homestead exploring. I don't know. Anyways, this place is really pretty cool, and I'm deciding that there are worthwhile things to video that are not abandoned. Oh, that crane's going all the way over there to that telephone pole. I don't know if you guys can see that line. There's my wife and my daughter. Let's see. Do they know that we're videotaping them? Do they know that we're watching? I don't know. We'll find out later, I guess. The minnow would be lost. Hi! Apparently there's chickens all over that I didn't realize.
About 20 of them.
We're here. There's some old train cars. Another giant sunflower. There's the log cabin where the cool little shop's at. Here's where you go up to it, Lisa. Lisa.
What?
That's where you go up. I'm going to look at it. Doc Hudson. Is that a Hudson car?
Yeah, it's from Hudson.
No, I mean the brand. Yeah, it's a Hudson. No, that's the brand, hon.
I know, but I was saying it, the eyes on it, it's from Hudson.
I know, I was asking if it was a Hudson, though. Goodbye tension, hello pension. So, I'm going to go inside of the railroad car. Looks like there's some lamps and different stuff for sale in here. They said you could change your clothes and do your makeup in one of the railroad cars, and I think that's because people come here and do photography and take pictures of their family, which you know, would actually be a cool place to do a bunch of family photo shoots with all the different setups they have. Boo! Just kidding.
Where's the Sasquatch? Oh.
This is a old caboose. How old did she say it was?
102 years old.
Come on, Louie. 102 years old. Oh. I can hardly see. I don't know who that character is. Maybe leave it in the comments. It kind of looks like Popeye, but he's an army dude. I think over here we've got Snoopy as a war hero. Yep, Snoopy is flying what I believe to be an English plane. And here is yet more stuff. Another Statue of Liberty. Super cool. There's an old ride. Oh, I wish I could ride it. I don't have a quarter. Mommy, Daddy, do you have a quarter? No. Wait. If you don't quit, we're going to take you home. Anyways, cool quarter ride. Chest. Daffy Duck. An old barber chair. Those are actually worth money. Especially when they're in good shape. An old gilded barber chair made by, let's see, Koken Barber Supply, St. Louis. That's where we're from, St. Louis. See? Koken Barber Supply, St. Louis. If you drink to forget, pay in advance. There's a horse, another horse, and all kinds of stuff. Sleds on the porch, trunks, an alien, Red Bull, Mobile Gas, an old Mobile Gas sign. Okay, so here I come back to the lagoon. By the way, I said that they had charged me $25 to take a picture. I don't even know if they have a video. They know I have a video camera, honestly. But I wanted to tell you that the lady saw that I had a cell phone. She said, "Is that what you're taking pictures with?" She said, "Oh no, it's only supposed to be 10. I'm feeling rich today though, and I told her the place was so cool that just keep the 25 because you know, I don't know, cost of maintenance, plus they buy all this stuff to put up, and I'm very appreciative that there's, you know, something like this around for me to stop and check out. This is definitely, to me, a very, very cool thing. So, let's see. I went inside, I took a short video. I'm going to splice that in somewhere. They have a kind of an antique vintage store inside a log cabin where the desk is where you pay to take photographs and stuff. But, so we went in there for a little bit because it started to storm. And we came and got out of the rain. Anyways, here's like a hippie van, a VW bus. It's pretty cool. Come around here and take a look at it. It says, "Who rolled Mary Jane?" That looks like the guy off a Zigzag Pack. Keep on trucking. That's pretty cool. Kind of a Grateful Dead thing, I guess. Hopefully I can get a little better view of the plane now. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's the plane. Just crashed in the lagoon. We went inside. The lady told us kind of the same story. She didn't have much more in the way of detail, but I did buy a patch that's really cool. Maybe I'll put a photo of it in the video. It's actually the lady I was talking about earlier who was a kind of a stunt competitive pilot. I found out she was also the first woman to train pilots in the Navy, so she must have been quite a pilot. And also there's Alice in Wonderland. But in any case, she was also one whose father was actually the first person to be hijacked and murdered. They found a couple guys who did it, but every 40-something people on the plane, they all perished. But I bought a patch that's for her air show. I think her name was like Julie Clark. Anyways, like I said, I'll go ahead and show it to you later. Let's get a closer look at this big motorcycle. I don't know if it's supposed to be an Indian or what, but it is really cool. It's really cool. My camera's getting wet. I hope nothing gets damaged. Let's see. Okay. This is a really neat place. I was excited about recording this for everybody and sharing it on Facebook. One of my favorite guys to watch, the Carpetbagger, I'm hoping to share this video with him. I hope he sees it, because I'm not sure that he's been here. I don't believe I recall seeing this in his videos. And I know he traveled to Minnesota one time. Maybe he'll eventually do a video on it. I'm sure it might be a little bit better than mine. I'm pretty new to this. Car with the Statue of Liberty again. There's just all kinds of neat stuff in here. We're going to see a lagoon coming up at some point that looks like it. I don't think it's the real SS Minnow, but I could be wrong. But it's a boat that looks like the SS Minnow on a lagoon, and there's also a crashed airplane back there. And the crashed airplane kind of ties me into the story. I guess the lady that started this had an adopted daughter who was some sort of, I don't know, aerobatic pilot that competed. In any case, her father died. He was a pilot. And I don't know a lot about the story. You might look it up online. If you look up this attraction, you might find information perhaps on Roadside America or another site. But in any case, her adopted daughter, her father died. He was a pilot, and he was killed while he was flying a plane. He was murdered. And I believe there was like 42 or 48 people on the plane, and they all died when the plane went down with it. I thought that was pretty crazy. Everywhere does not have a backstory like that, and that is something that was kind of striking. I didn't have a lot of time to study the story for my narration, but here's an old cab, a Liberty Cab Co., New York City. 20 cents First quarter mile, 5 cents each quarter mile after, I believe. And back here we've got some different stuff put together, not sure what that is. Here is an old Wayfarer fluid drive. Maybe that's referring to automatic transmission. Maybe that was a new thing at the time. I'm not really sure. It's a Dodge. You can see the Dodge hubcap, and there's a little statue put together. Here's an outhouse. You can't escape the outhouse. Any weird type of place with junk, hillbilly, whatever, they gotta have an outhouse, I suppose. I don't know if it's functioning. I'm not gonna try. I don't have to go potty right now. At least not bad enough to where I want to smell the outhouse. Here's a big Flash Gordon jet. It looks like it was a ride perhaps at a carnival, maybe an old carnival ride. Let's see, I think I can see the interstate over here through the woods. So people pass right by it. I bet maybe a lot of people not from the area don't even know this is here. That's interesting. Looks like it used to be a carnival ride. Here's a root beer barrel. Let's see. Old-fashioned classic American root beer. I don't know what that originally was, but it's some sort of root beer barrel. And there is some sort of agricultural thing, and a Flying A gasoline. Oh, look, there goes a groundhog right by the junk. I don't know if you can see it in the frame. Maybe I missed it. There's a big fat groundhog. Let's see. Here's some more junk. This place is just really interesting. I thought 25 was a little expensive, but I'm not sure that I'm going to see anything else this interesting as far as roadside attractions, and I'm really interested in junk and old cars and broken down stuff. For me, this is really a treat. Let's see. Codata, WM Codata, Elko, Minnesota. That's an old truck. Looks like it has a hand crank on the front. I believe it has an old hand crank. Let's see. Yep, it's got an old crank on the front. That's pretty neat. Okay, so here we are by the big motorcycle. Sorry about my rambling. Keep going on and on. Probably like, man, I wish this guy would shut up and let me watch the video. But hopefully I don't say too many stupid things, because it just drives me nuts when I watch videos and the commentator is unintelligent, uses made-up words, and, you know, I'm sure I sound a little bit like a hick, but let's see. Felix the cat on a plane. That is really cool. I love Felix the cat. I like those old clocks too. It's not really Felix, I forget his name, but the ones with the swinging tail knives that move. That is one heck of a go-kart. That is super cool. Wonder if it runs. Here's like an old-time train car. Circus. Looks like a circus car. From Circus Train, I guess, or maybe they had a wagon that pulled them all. Can't remember. Looks like they put in some plastic steps. Oh, holy cow. This is really old. Let me get my flashlight. This is really neat. Looks like there's a little stove. I guess you'd sit in here traveling from town to town in the circus and cook your eggs and bacon or whatever it is they ate. I guess you'd cook that in here. This is something else. I would have loved this when I was a kid. This is like something out of Dumbo. It reminds me of Dumbo. This is really cool. There's a little corner curio. I'm not sure if that was really something that would have been in here, but who knows. Angel head. Another hydromatic. I wonder if any of these run, or if they have enough of them to put one together that runs. Minnesota Collector, hydromatic. The lady told me she doesn't think any of these run, but a lot of them have plates on them. Oldsmobile 8 hydromatic. Here's a little hut, little island hut. This is nice. I wish I had one in my backyard. Pretty cool. That's really cool. So, there's the plane again off in the distance. It's really pretty down here. Heard some bullfrogs earlier. Minnesota Collector. Surf City, USA. Everybody's gone surfing. Surfing USA. Can't sing. That's obvious. Did you look inside the bus? Where are they at? Okay, here's another circus car, man eating lions and tigers. Kokomo's Island Cafe. There's a tiki man. There's a mobile gas sign, an old one. Looks like it's probably from the early 1800s. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Smithing. There's some old, maybe blacksmith tools, I don't know. Bunch of metal anyways, and it says smithing. And there's a cutout of a gun. Cleaner milk, faster milking. Surge. Milking. Interesting. Anyways. There's a really old baby carriage. At least I think it's really old. I don't know. All kinds of cool stuff here. And if you want, there's a bunch of stuff you could actually buy. And as always, I believe everything's for sale as long as you offer enough money. Looks like a bottle collection. And by the way, this is Tattoo Tony Alton. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel.